can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Great Productions. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Robbie, and on this week's episode, we kick off 2025 with Christopher Nolan Week Part 2, or 3 or 4 or 5, who knows? And the winner of Christopher Nolan Week was the 2006 drama The Prestige. The Prestige was written by Jonathan and Christopher Nolan and based off the book by the same name, which is written by Christopher Priest. Prestige was directed by Christopher Nolan as well. Prestige stars Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, Michael Caine, Scarlett Johansson, Rebecca Hall, Piper Perabo, Andy Serkis, and fucking David Bowie. Alongside me,
the God.
Alongside me is the Cuz. Cuz, how we feeling?
Feeling good, but Robbie, don't move. You got something behind your ear.
Nice.
What do you think about that?
Oh my God, I can't even. Mine's lost.
Yeah. Hey, how about that?
How am I going to charge these things?
Well, look in your left hand. we call that the Prestige.
Oh my goodness, Dipsy doo Dunkaroo, you got me. You got me back. I'm back in.
You're welcome.
And alongside the Cuz and myself, I don't know how he's going to top that, but co-host, good friend, and magician, question mark, Ryan, how are you feeling? Nice. Beautiful.
Tricks are something whores do for money, Robbie. Remember that.
Or
It's an
And for kids,
illusion.
too.
Look at us all wearing black like a couple of dorks.
Purple. No, this is purple.
Oh, it's purple? Oh, all
Purple.
right. So Robbie's not a dork, as we knew already.
I'm Barney.
call
Just
it-
call me Barney. Barney Bivens.
They call that Prestige purple.
What a trick by the Cuz. I'm in shock. I can't even proceed with this episode.
Listen.
Let's just end it. That's it. The prestige.
You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome.
Oh, my
That's why you need to be following us on YouTube, because you see that beautiful magic trick.
So true. So true.
Benny, how long you been thinking about doing that?
About 15 minutes since I got out of the shower.
All right, that's pretty good.
You like that?
I'm very
That was very
impressed.
good. I really, really, really was impressed. No joke.
Yeah,
I'm
Serious.
serious.
serious. So yes, this is Let the Boys Watch, where you'll see all manner of illusions and hopefully some laughs. We'll see. And like Robbie said, we are talking about the Prestige this week. Next week, who knows? Find out on our Instagram poll, because every Friday we decide a little theme. Maybe it's an actor, in this case, a director or something. Usually one or all of us haven't seen the movie, or potentially all of them. So vote on that on Friday. Follow us at Let the Boys Watch Pod.
Got it.
Yes.
1 for 1.
Yes. You can also email us at ltbwpodcast@gmail.com if you want to
Cool.
get a little more, intimate with us. Maybe make some suggestions. Tell us that when Benny did that trick, you ran right out of the room because you were shocked. And
Tell your
also
friends.
tell your friends. Yeah, tell your friends. Come on. Get these subscriber numbers up. Get these view numbers up. Benny, explain to them where they could do those things.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube, please, at Let the Boys Watch. We're doing magic tricks now in 2025. I mean, come on, you're missing out. This is transcended audio only, and we're a full-blown entertainment podcast, visual and audio. So follow us on YouTube, leave us comments, tell us what you don't like about the videos. If you don't like that we don't have chapters, guess what? Within the hour, we turn it around, we give you chapters. Let us know what you want to watch. Leave it in the comments. Tell us what you thought about our opinions, why we're wrong, all that more on YouTube. Follow us there.
Yeah. And we are doing the Prestige. It's Nolan week. Because it's one of the Nolan films that I believe both of you have not seen. Accurate?
Correct.
True.
Very interesting. So we will get to a number of segments that we do every week, like favorite characters, least favorite characters, scenes. We'll play some games later. But what I want to start with is, what'd you guys think about going into this? Since you haven't seen it, was it on your list? I mean, obviously a Nolan movie's probably, just on the list at some point. You want to see it. But what were you guys thinking? Robbie, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, it was definitely on my list. I mean, there's a couple of times I started to press play on it. Maybe a few weeks ago I had it up but I just got distracted and kind of got away from it. I was excited to watch it. It's such a high rating on IMDb. I think over like a million actual like votes on it. So I mean,
Wow.
a million ratings. So
Damn.
I was intrigued by it. It definitely out of the three that we had, it was my not least favorite, but the one I didn't want to watch. Um, I would have to go with Dunkirk and then 10, and then Prestige would have been three for me. A lot of people tell me, you should watch. It's a great movie. I do love Christopher Nolan. So I definitely was excited to watch it. I love the thought of magic, the illusion of magic, and I do love a fantastic time period set in like 19th century London. Forget about it, please. Jack the Ripper, look out, here I come. So yeah, I was excited to get behind the old sheets and turn it on and see what it was about. So yeah, I was definitely intrigued.
Nice. Benny?
For me, this was probably the third movie that I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch Tenet. If it wasn't going to be Tenet, I wanted to watch Dunkirk, and then this one. And I don't know why. I think that it was the movie that probably had the least amount of hype, good or bad. I know Tenet has its detractors, but based on what I know of the theme, I was kind of into like a time travel thing and something that was kind of like for debate. And I thought that would have been a good episode. I know Aya really likes that movie, so it would have been, that would have been something I wanted to watch too. The only thing I knew about this movie is that it had to do with magic, and I was like, I don't know, I don't know about that. And for all the love Nolan gets, I mean, please, I basically have an imprint of his nuts on my forehead. Um,
Nice.
this was a movie that you kind of you hear the least about. So I was kind of like, it's probably okay, but yeah, I kind of went in not necessarily not wanting to watch it, but not thrilled.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I mean, he's just like 90 votes and like 90 views and only 10 votes. But what can you do? Definitely what
Yeah,
like I sorry to to agree with you, Benny. Definitely wasn't my front runner.
yeah.
Yeah. It's funny you say that about it like not being talked about, I guess, that much. It does have a higher rating on IMDb versus Dunkirk, and we know Tenet has its detractors. So I don't know if we could take that rating at face value. But
Higher
I
than
kind of
Inception?
what?
Is it like
Um,
Inception,
let's see.
Interstellar? Because I do like those.
Great question. Inception.
Because 8.5 is
That's
is pretty
high.
high on like an IMDb scale.
I know.
Yeah, the only rating I saw was I was on Metacritic the other day looking up a couple video games, and I was like, oh, let me just see what the Prestige got. And it's pretty low on Metacritic. It was like either low 70s or high 60s for the Prestige. I mean, that was
Interesting.
after I watched it. I mean, I'll leave my thoughts on kind of what my reaction was to that score once we get to our overall impressions.
For everyone's edification, Inception 8.8, Interstellar 8.7. So both rated higher than this at 8.5, but
Thank goodness.
you're right. 8.5 is high for IMDb, I feel like. So I'm curious, very curious what you guys think. I mean, bit of history, like I saw it pretty much when it came out. I think I might have saw it in the theater, but I don't remember. And plus, this came out the same exact year as The Illusionist, and I would mix them up all the time because Hollywood loves to do that, same movie type of movies at the same time. But I I did really like it when I watched it. I had a high um like a high opinion of it. But I'm curious what you guys think going in for the first time because it's definitely a different movie the first time you watch it, the second time you watch it, and the third time you watch it. So I'd like to, I guess let's get into overall impressions because I'm really curious what you guys thought. Does anyone want to start, or do you want me to start and then you guys can do your thing?
Start us off.
All right. Well, like I said, this is, I think, a different movie. The first, definitely two times you watch it, probably the third, and then after that, honestly, I think it falls off a lot to me. Um, First time you watch it, I think it's just like, I don't know if I'd say a twist. I want to see what you guys think as far as like were you shocked? Like, what did you think? Whatever. But there's definitely like, oh shit, like that's what it was. Okay. Um, Moment when you first watch it. The second time you watch it, you're watching for all the foreshadowing, all the clues, all the shit people say, and then all the times that you're like, oh, there he is, or that's that, or whatever.
Hmm.
And the third time you're kind of like similar and like at least for me, I was kind of like, all right, like maybe going a little deeper, like thinking about the clones. I think maybe we'll maybe have to have a discussion about that. And all these, different things. It does make you think. But honestly, this time around watching it, I still really enjoyed it, but I wasn't like I almost felt bad that I might have hyped it up a little to you guys, if that makes sense. But I think it's better viewing like the first or second time. So, yeah, still really enjoyed it. It's a Nolan film. The set's amazing. The time period, like I think Robbie said, Jack the Ripper, come on. Uh, and the acting was great. The story is still super interesting, but yeah, this time it fell a little shorter for me than it has in the past. I think I had a really high opinion of it just thinking about it. It's probably been 10 years since I've watched it. So,
Wow.
I don't know. What did you guys think?
Robbie, you want to go?
All right. I was I was a bit disappointed in my viewing experience. Not because I didn't think it was a good movie. I think it was a very good movie. Like I said, the set pieces were great. 2025, I'm bringing costume design out, so I thought the costume design was fantastic. I really did. Like I said, the set pieces, cinematography, forget about it. There were some scenes in this movie where I was just like, this is actually beautifully shot. And of course, it's Christopher Nolan. It's our guy. But um, I don't know. I didn't think the story felt flat, but I wasn't super duper crazy about it. I did enjoy the performances by everybody involved, sans a few people, but it wasn't too bad. Um, it was just something about it that didn't really catch my eye. Like the twist was great. I love that. That was enjoyable. I did think, there was something up with Christian Bale's character. So that was cool to see at the end. But I don't know, man. For some reason, it just wasn't that intriguing to me. I do love, the idea of magic and magicians, and more along the lines of, the secrets revealing how that's done, the behind the scenes work of it. I do love that. That was some of my favorite parts of the movie. When Michael Caine was in his character was going through the tricks and everybody. But I don't know. I don't know if it was the pacing of the movie. I don't know. Can't really say I would cut anything, but there was just something about it that really left more to the proverbial imagination. I guess again, it's probably just the hype train that gets you, whether it's people hyping movies, people hyping dishes and food. It just leaves you wanting more. And I guess that's maybe I'm just a prisoner for that.
For me, I really liked it. I feel like my opinion of it went up and up and up as the movie went on. The first couple minutes of the movie, I was like, I don't know. I really don't know if I feel like doing this. Like, I don't. There's just something about like I said, a movie about magicians. I was like, this can't be that great. But this is one of the move. This is one of those movies that for me, like, as soon it was, I was, excuse me, as soon as it was over, I was like going back in my head and like thinking about it and the 12 hours after the movie, my score kept going up because I was thinking about like all the little foreshadowing. I watched a couple videos and I was like, yep, 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 that all makes sense. I had the twists kind of figured out as they were going, but they didn't, play out exactly the way I thought. But I kind of figured that um the guy Virgil that you never see his face, I was like, or I forget
Fallon?
Christian Bale's, yeah, his assistant. Um I was like, that's got to be.
Virgil.
I think the first guy that he works with is like the Great
Yeah,
Virgil or
Teddy
something.
DiBiase.
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah. Um, but yeah, no, I liked it a lot. I felt like as the movie went on, I was more and more into it. And then, I mean, the climax of the movie is Bowie just walking through the electricity, and I was like, oh, please, my plums exploding all over the place. Give me David Bowie any day of the week.
Nice.
Um, no, yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it's something that I want to watch again. Ryan, I'm interested in what you said. Like after a couple times, you're kind of like maybe the novelty wears off a little bit because there's
Yeah.
just going to be so many things that you pick up on a rewatch that if you can even think of them after the fact, there's probably so much more layered in there. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. But maybe I would call it quits after two or three, like Ryan said.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, like, as you guys were talking, I was trying to think back more on, like how I felt, and you really uh, I don't know, made me remember a lot. Like when I first watched it, the beginning, I was like, all right, hey, I like magic. Uh, I like 19th century London. I'm interested, but like as it went on, I was like more and more interested. Like the mystery kind of like the plot thickened, all that
The
stuff.
revenge game gets
The
the deeper and
revenge.
deeper.
I love a good revenge movie. And then yeah, the end, I was like, oh shit. But I was also 20 something, and like I don't know, I just felt like things feel more epic back then or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now I'm just
I,
like
I
I got shit to do. I gotta do the dishes or something.
I think while like some of the reveals you kind of saw coming, they still delivered in a way that made them feel uh more important or the gravity of that reveal felt because at the end you're thinking, oh, he gets away scot free. And then of course who comes walking in the door like the Undertaker? The ball comes dropping in like the gong. Uh but Christian Bale. No, I thought that they really delivered. And there's like not only all the twists and turns but like that, like you said, Ryan, the conversation about the cloning and like who really is he after who's Algier after all this time and stuff like that. So it's cool, and it's like gives you a lot to think about afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I still enjoyed watching it this time around, but it didn't hit the same way it used to.
Yeah, fair point.
Um, um, let's do some scores and then we'll, talk about some other stuff. Anyone want to start?
I can go.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the minute the movie ended, I was at an 8.5. And there were some points yesterday I was up to like friggin' 9.5.
Oh, goodness.
But I think I think I'm gonna settle in at 8.9 on this one. Um, like I said, I really enjoyed it. I don't think but if I have to like look back on all of Nolan's movies, it's is it my least favorite that I've seen? I guess that's not really saying that it's bad in any way, shape, or form because, like I said earlier, everything Nolan I love, and I stand for him. So yeah, 8.9, respectable. Was thinking about going to a flat 9, but I'll leave it there for now. I feel like this is something that maybe the next time I watch it, I would rate it a little bit higher, but 8.9 for my first watch.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, ask me 10, 15 years ago, I probably would have been, yeah, maybe nines. I really, really enjoyed it. I really thought it made me think a lot. And you're right, like you kind of can see, like, I think they're twins, but I'm not sure. Like, I think something's going on with that machine, but I'm not sure. Um, but when they finally reveal everything, it is not shocking, but you're just like, okay, all right. And then, but it's satisfying. Like,
Yeah.
as much as there's questions after the fact that you might have with yourself, you're still like, all right, I, it makes sense, even though a machine cloning people doesn't make any sense. But,
Yeah.
um, I'm gonna go with an 8.3. So still pretty high, I think. But there's definitely some Nolans I like better. Is this, like you were saying, is this my least favorite? Maybe, but I'm not sure. Robbie?
Yeah, I do think this is my least favorite Nolan movie. I don't know. Like maybe it's just the hype. I didn't unlike Benny, I didn't do anything after the movie was over. I went right to bed. I was very tired and I never thought about this movie again. Um I don't know. I don't think I'll watch it again. I really don't. Not that I'm not bashing at all. It's just something not personal, but it's just something I guess that just didn't really jive with me. Again, I loved all that I said before, right? Set pieces, costumes, the uh, you know, time period, the magic, the acting. It was very good. But again, like I want to be true blue. That doesn't rhyme in 2025. I got to find something that rhymes with 25. But yeah, I'm gonna go 7.8. I'm really honing in on my scale this year, and I'm not fucking around. And maybe less cursing too as well. So they don't shadow ban us. I mean, shadow boxes. Shout out to the Jazza.
Uh, um, Shit, there was something I wanted to. Oh, there I went cursing, but there was something I wanted to say about what you just said, and it's gone.
Scores, set pieces, costume designs, corsets, dead birds,
Corsets, dead
doves.
birds. This is what it's like when doves cry.
Oh,
Oh,
it print.
yes, the dead birds. No, no, no. I feel like that's okay. Like, there's a number of movies that I've seen that I really enjoyed that I never want to watch again for various reasons. I think it's okay to say that, like, that you don't want to watch a movie anymore.
I, I just hate just going into stuff with such high expectations because
Oh, hate it.
it never works out in my favor. It really does. And I maybe Don Angie's lasagna. Yeah, of course, fantastic, please. But I don't know. It's very rare. It's very, very
Super
rare.
rare.
And I don't know. I think I held this up in high regard before I'm watching, and I hate that. Again, it's a movie from 2006. What can you do? You know, a lot of people tell you to watch it. A lot of people had, kind of love this movie, so I was expecting a lot more. And it's good. It really is good. I would recommend it to people, but I don't know. Again, it's just the expectations that killed me.
Yeah. No, I think we've said it so many times, and this falls into that where someone saw it once, maybe twice back in '06, '07, and we're just like, oh, it was awesome. Loved it. You'll love it. But like, when you don't watch it again, you like, I don't know. It's hard to separate that nostalgic feeling, and be critical. Um, yeah, I totally get it. I do the same thing. I did the same thing to you. Like, I think at some point we were talking about this and I was just like, oh, nice. And that probably gave you raised expectations. And then after the fact, I was like, man, I shouldn't have said that shit. But
But yeah, even like I feel like even myself, like Back to the Future, people seen it in that time period when I don't think a movie like that ever kind of existed. I forgot what other movie we were talking about. Maybe even like not even like Austin Powers or maybe Naked Gun or something like that, like the same thing. But yeah, I don't know. It was tough because the 8.5 really threw me off. I was what I was expecting with people. But then again, like I said, like Benny said, I did see, they had the IMDb, then they had the Rotten Tomatoes, and then the Metacritic, like side by side. So those two were lower than the IMDb, but IMDb, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna fucking lose my shorts when this movie's over. I'm not gonna be able to find any of my clothes because they're gonna just fucking pull the wool right underneath me. But hey, what can you do?
yeah, no, I totally get it. A lot of movies are not as good as the memories that we have of them. That's just
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, do you guys want to do characters or scenes first?
Let's do characters.
All right, let's stay positive in 2025. Let's do favorite characters first.
All right.
Who wants to go?
Benny, you go.
Benny,
Me?
go.
Oh, please, macaroni and cheese. Give me give me Christian Bale as Alfred Borden. I mean, come on, if he's in the movie, you're really up against it as far as I'm concerned. He's just a master of his craft. Just the way he plays both characters, and like you can kind of thinking back and like looking at certain scenes again, you could see the subtleties of, kind of the different peoples that he's playing. Um, I think he's just the best. He's one of the best actors. I'm surprised that none of us has have picked him before in like our drafts or anything like that. Um, but yeah, give me Christian Bale. I mean, I love him. I think he's great.
Good choice.
Good choice, of course.
Yeah. Robbie, you want to go or you want me to?
Sure, please. I was gonna do the old funny bit and give me Christian Bale as the other
Fuck
guy, but
you.
no. No, I'll go Hugh Jackman. I'll go Hugh Jackman. I thought Hugh Jackman was fantastic in this movie. I, I don't see a lot of Hugh Jackman, but when I do, I
He's
come,
really good.
I come away impressed. Um, I think I saw the standalone Wolverine movie that he was in. I think he was fantastic in that. I see clips of Prisoner now and then on YouTube, like shorts, stuff like that, and the way he like some of the acting that I saw from him, those clips, he looked great in it. I mean, forget about it. Shirt off, look out, watch out again. I mean, please, I need one of those fans with the water bottle that spits the water out, please. I was overheating. Um, no, he's such a good actor, and I don't know why I don't watch more of his stuff, really. I was impressed. You know, I was impressed by, all the range he had in this from just, being not naive, but then being vengeful. Like again, I love a good venge. Um, and I love a good revenge. There's nothing better than that in this world. So yeah, give me Hugh Jackman. I came away extremely impressed by his performance in this movie.
Yeah, I think he's really great too. But there was like something about him in this movie that I didn't like, and I can't put my finger on it. But you're also right, Robbie. Like, there's so much range in the character that, yes, I agree, he was fantastic. But there's just like something that like made me like Christian Bale a little bit more. And not that I'm saying that he was bad, because like I said, I thought he was fantastic. But I don't know, there was just something that like I didn't like for some reason. I can't put my finger on
Was
Oh,
it the
don't get me wrong.
accent?
I love Christian Bale more, but he was gone. The boy was gone.
It's off the board.
him. What'd you say, Ryan?
Maybe the teeth. Maybe the prosthetic teeth he used for the other guy. If that was
Yeah,
Christian, I mean,
maybe.
if that was Hugh Jackman as well.
Yeah. I was thinking his accent, maybe. It
I don't know. I feel like maybe he was like a little too happy-go-lucky in the beginning of the movie. Like, but I guess that's kind of his character. I don't know. I really I
uh
don't want to speculate because I really can't put my finger on it. But yeah,
I
yeah.
did love the darker version of his
yes,
character as the movie went on, more
yes,
than
yes.
the happy-go-lucky. I'm going to Colorado Springs to get electrocuted in a fence type deal.
Um yes, I was thinking of doing the same thing. Give me Bernard Fallon. Um but I think I'll go there's a I'm sure we'll catch them in Ani matches, but I can't leave him on the board. Michael Caine, love him in just about everything. I feel like I could listen to him just like read the phone book and I'd be absolutely enamored. I love the way he talks, the way he says things. Um, his character wasn't, I didn't love his character in this film. Like, I don't know, but he's the best available right now. So I got to pick him.
Oh, I am Michael Caine.
I wish I could do a very good Michael Caine impression.
Did you ever see the two British actors? I forgot what they go. They were
Yes,
just sitting at the table.
it's from that TV show where the two of them are like they like hate each other, but they're like friends or something. I know exactly what you're talking about.
They just go back and forth doing Michael Caine. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I have to look
Uh,
that up after this.
It's a bit more nasal. I am okay.
you've got you've got to talk in 3 word segments, and that's a good Michael Caine impression.
Wow, magic tricks and impressions.
The guy's bringing it in 2025. He's the MVP so far. Yeah.
Jesus.
The
Get your
Trip.
residency in Vegas set up
Yeah,
because you're an
please.
entertainer, my friend.
Now you
This
see me,
Angel,
now you
watch out.
don't. It's called The Trip. It's a BBC show. It's Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, the Coogan, Coogan.
Yeah,
Coog.
No, it's funny. It's great.
All right,
it's
I'll
really
look it
good.
up. Ani Menches.
I
I can
mean,
go
if you
quickly.
go,
Sorry.
no
I'll
go.
go with Scarlett Johansson. But she was very good in this movie as well. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I mean, that corset, look out, I don't want to get banned, but goodness gracious. But no, she's good. She was very good for her limited time on screen. I enjoyed her.
Yeah, not disparaging her at all, but I think the two movies we've seen her in are probably her absolute peak. I mean, just blowing plum scales, and tishometers just to the max.
Hmm.
Speaking of that, I mean, if we're gonna leave him on the board this long, but give me Bowie. I mean,
Speaking of
jeez,
Tashamina,
tishometer. I don't know what was Tesla from Germany or something. I don't know what that accent was, but but I was just entranced with him on my screen. Come on, I gotta watch Labyrinth now at some point. I still haven't seen that.
I thought Tesla was American, maybe not.
That's what I thought too. But he was like, "Do you want me to build a machine for you?"
I
no,
guess he was.
I'm pretty sure he's Croatian.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
There you go. You learn something new every day with Bowie.
Well, not Bowie, but Tesla.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Tesla. Yeah, I think
via
Bowie just said
Bowie.
I'm doing. Yeah, Bowie just said I'm doing whatever I want to do.
Oh, yeah. You can't tell him what to do. He does what he wants. My God.
The only way this movie would have been better if the whole soundtrack was Bowie. 1800s versions of Bowie songs.
Oh my God, Bowie on Bowie.
I forgot that, speaking of the soundtrack, I forgot that that Tom York song was
At
at
the
the
end.
end. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I remember that. Like when that album came out, I probably used to like get high and listen to it.
That almost put it over the top for me as a 10 once I got a little Tom York at the end.
Yeah. Um, if you're gonna shout out Bowie, I mean not on the same wavelength, but his partner, Andy
Circus.
Serkis. Gollum. Love it.
Yeah, just a master of voices.
Yeah. And movement.
Fantastic New York accent in this movie.
Yeah. Sorry. Um, any other Ani mentions from you guys?
I'll leave it
Oh,
at that.
you can give me Christian Bale's wife, Rebecca Hall. She's
Rebecca
good.
Hall, she's
She's
good.
very good. She was good in I think she was in The Town as well.
She
Um,
was.
she was very good now, but she was great in this movie as well. The dramatic, not dramatic housewife, but I'm just saying just the way she played it was very well. I enjoyed her on the screen.
Yeah, that was another one of those things that you think back on after the movie was when she would always say like, "You don't mean that you love me today," and
Yeah.
then you're like, "Oh, dude, that's so
Damn
good.
it.
I love it." It's just all those little things that got
Like she
sprinkled in.
knew it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got one last Ani mention. That's Ricky Jay as I think his name was Milton, the magician. But an actual magician.
yep.
I used to watch like random YouTube videos of him doing card tricks, like just all the time. So I love Ricky Jay. So gotta shout out him a little bit.
Love
Shout
that.
out
Shout him
Ricky.
out. Rest in peace.
Yeah. R.I.P. in peace.
Oh my goodness. What happened to
Unless it's
Ricky
a
J?
trick, then maybe it's not.
He's coming back in 2025.
That's all right. Um, least favorite characters. Did
That's
I
you,
go
Vaughn.
last? Oh,
That's you,
yeah,
yeah.
goodness. I agree with you that Scarlett Johansson was good in this film, but I also dislike her in this film because, ex- pardon my French, but what a whore. She's
Tell me
trying to,
that.
she's trying, sleeping with Hugh Jackman, and he spurns her to go spy for him. So then she's banging Christian Bale's. I guess she was Bernard, and um, Alfred was the other one. I don't know. One of them,
Do you think
one of the
she knew?
brothers. She did not. Wait, no. I think she did because she was
She called him
talking about,
Freddie.
yeah, she knew because she was talking about him with the fingers. She knew that he had a twin.
Mm.
Because when she first like
Did
went
she
to
know it
him,
was a twin, or did she think that the trick was real in that scenario that you're talking about?
I'm pretty sure she knew there was a twin because I'm trying to think of the scene, but she was talking about how unless oh no, because they did it before. It was like a day or two later they cut the other one's fingers off because she mentioned how she could tell it was. So she probably thought it was real because she's like because of the fingers.
Yeah, but do you think that as time went on, she knew that she was dating another
I don't
person,
know.
or do you think he kept it that close to the vest, even to her? Because the wife didn't know, and I think she finds out towards the end, right? Because that's when she's
I
like,
think she found out. Yeah, I think she knew, but I don't think ScarJo knew.
"All right,
ScarJo.
ScarJo. But
ScarJo.
yeah, and the scene that clinched it for me for least favorite was she was basically just like, leave your fucking family at home when you're with me, and it was just like, come on, you know what
yeah."
you're doing here.
Hey,
Stop it.
she was an eight. She looked like that in the 1800s. I mean, come on, she could pretty much get whatever she wants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
please.
I mean,
Please.
with nice teeth, yeah. I mean, back then nobody had good teeth.
Robbie, least fave.
Oh, please give me David Bowie as Tesla.
There you go.
I mean, the accent. Listen, if you're gonna portray Tesla, give me the real Tesla. Give me the manic depressant. Give me the grangly, scroungily. I mean, give me the super thin, ugly ass looking Tesla. The guy who just spends all day just, you know, worrying about, alternate currents and just trying to do weird stuff and just talk to his pigeons on a ledge out in New York City. I mean, come on, give me the real deal. I get it, but you're gonna grace the screen with David Bowie, look like $1 million, please. Forget about it. The best looking guy on the screen, portraying Tesla, who we know is, rail thin and an absolute lunatic. Yeah, any accent, please. You know me, a big accent, big dialect guy. And if
You
you
sound
take me out with the accent, you take me out with the accent. I can't deal with it. So yeah, give me David Bowie as the way too handsome Nikola Tesla.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Uh,
Tesla's looking pretty good right here.
ooh, do it to him with that pose.
Yeah, I know. I that's
I
that's the
know, no,
picture. That's the big. All right, and
that's a
go to
portrait.
Tesla. Go to Tesla's last photo and put that on screen.
It's because he had all the
Oof.
electricity run through his hair.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he probably wasn't eating.
Um, I hate to do it to him. Give me Michael Caine as my least favorite character in this movie. Again, love Michael Caine. I mean, impressions for days, but I don't know. There was just something about his character in this movie that like just wasn't doing it for me. Um, and especially towards the end when he's like so appalled at what Algier did. It's like, dude, like you were like cutthroat the whole time too. Like you knew what was going on. But I don't know. It just feels like this is one of those movies where like he's just Michael Caine. Like there's no character here.
Just put him
He's
in.
just like, yeah, he's just Michael Caine in this movie. Which I guess can be said for a lot of his characters, but still, like, I don't know, it just stood out to me. Maybe it's because he was dealing with Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman at the top of their games, and he just wasn't on the level. But yeah, for some reason, Michael Caine just wasn't doing it for me, and I never thought you'd hear me say that in one of these episodes.
I couldn't understand him in the beginning of the movie, when he was like narrating the thing. I got a hot take. I hate Michael Caine, I think.
Oh, not in 2025. Don't start off like this. How
I could do
dare you?
without Michael Caine. I could do without Michael Caine.
What would you do if he wasn't in Gold Member as Austin Powers' dad?
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. And I
You
don't
bite
know what
your
I was
tongue.
thinking. I don't know what I was thinking.
I think no matter what he did in any movie ever, that speech that he gives to Bruce Wayne about the thief throwing away the diamonds, I could listen to that over and over again, nonstop.
And you know what's funny that you say that? Like also, and I know this came out before The Dark Knight, but like so many vibes of like him being like in the end where he sees Christian Bale again, like he's behind him in the restaurant, which is exactly the same thing
Yeah.
when he's behind Algier and
Yeah.
he like looks back at him. So I was like, what are you just doing the same thing with Michael Caine in every movie? Like, what's going
Yeah.
on?
Just loves restaurants, loves nodding.
Uh,
Um, any honorable mentions for least favorite character?
I don't really have one. I thought everybody was really good,
Yeah.
Yeah,
except
me
Michael
too.
Caine. You fuck stick. F stick. Sorry, 2025. No cursing.
That's right.
Uh,
After there's a little 15 profanity laced tirades, I'm like, okay.
yeah. I'll go with Edison's thugs
Yeah,
because come on, thugs.
loses.
Edison, real life dick.
Apparently.
Stealing from my main man, Tesla.
All right. Then let's do scenes. Let's start least favorite scene. We'll switch it up. Does anyone want to start?
Yeah, I can go. What's her name? Where is she? How you doing? Sarah, uh, Christian Bale's wife. The hanging scene. I mean,
Ah, terrible.
super duper terrible. I didn't have a lot of scenes that I did not like. So what I naturally tend to do is go to scenes that are, you know, devastation and terrible. And this was a sad scene for her. Yeah, it was definitely sad. I did not I knew something happened to her, but I didn't think it was the suicide way about it. I thought she might have just left Christian Bale. I was like, I'm done with this magic shit. Yeah, I'm done trying to catch bullets every day. Leave me out of it. But I didn't think it was gonna be a death by hanging. So that was a tough scene to watch.
You thought she was gonna make herself disappear. No prestige.
Exactly. I thought maybe she was gonna make a tendency. She got sawed in half, and then that one half of it just took off and never came back.
But that was another one of those foreshadowing things. She dies by hanging, and he dies by hanging,
Yep.
and then Algier's wife dies drowning, and technically he, the first version of him dies by drowning as well.
The same
Nolan.
version of him.
Nolan.
No.
Well, Nolan or the novel guy,
Yeah.
Christopher Priest.
True. I'll give Nolan credit because I mean, who reads?
Yeah, they did it for us. Thank you. I wasn't reading the book.
I read a little on the
We're not
book.
doing a fucking book podcast here,
Oh,
kid.
come on.
Yeah, look out of
Book
here.
club. I always wanted to
Magic
join a
books.
book club just to like go and see what it's all about.
Like George when he just watches the movie.
Yeah. I did read a little, not of the book, but like summary. The book's a lot more fucked up, but that's always the way.
So maybe not shy out. No.
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
I also quick on the hanging, like I feel like it was a little, listen, I'm not here to say people can't be, depressed and want to do things to themselves. That's their choice. But it seemed a little dramatic. Like she's
It's very like out of nowhere.
yeah, yeah, I mean, and we didn't see every interaction they had as a couple, but like to go from like you're some days you're mean to me and some days you're not to like I'm gonna go hang myself seemed
Yeah.
a little dramatic. Like
Yeah.
maybe just ask him outright, like why are you like this? And maybe as the husband, he could have told her the truth. I don't know. Leave your daughter behind? Like, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah. Agreed.
Stupid. Um, I'll go. Least favorite scene, and it's so stupid and small because there wasn't a lot of scenes that I didn't like. Although I didn't like the hanging scene. I agree with Robbie. Yes, it was upsetting, but mainly because I just thought it was a little bit too much. But Um, for some reason, the scene when they clone the cat and then the cat just immediately runs for the other cat. Like, come on. Anyone who knows cats knows that cat's not doing that. They're just gonna like
Yeah.
fuck around inside and look for food and whatever. It just immediately bolted to that cat. And then Hugh Jackman's like, oh, like if I heard a cat make a noise and it was in my line of sight, I
I
might be
shoot it.
like, oh, what's going on? Yeah, maybe I might. But if it's like off in the woods, I'm not investigating. I'm like, I'm gonna let those cats fuck each other up and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing because I don't want to get involved.
Yeah, I would have been more impressed if there was like 38 rabbits coming out of those top hats. Or Abraham
Yabba,
Lincoln
babe.
was, or it was Abraham Lincoln was back there.
Would have been nice. They're all your hats, Mr. Algier.
Wow. Tesla.
Yeah, thanks. Just tell me, just give me one, please. Leave me alone. I want to get the hell out of here.
I only have one head.
uh, my least favorite. I'm unprepared on this one, but I think I would have to go with the death scene of Algier's first wife, just because again, I'm really struggling to think of something that I disliked and I didn't, but drowning's got to be one of the worst ways to die. Some
Oh,
say it's like
please.
going home, but I lied. But no, to see her struggle in the water like that, even though I knew she was fine, I still got like tense the whole time watching it. So I'll go with that just because it made me feel super uncomfortable. Just drowning looks like it sucks.
No fucking thank
Oh,
you.
really? Oh, no way.
I don't even like when I swallow water down the wrong pipe.
Ugh,
Oh, only like drinking water.
hate it. Um, any honey matches?
No, it was hard for me to pick a least favorite on this one. I thought even though it was long, I thought everything kind of fit in the
Yeah,
movie.
I think it was good. Um, I have an honey mensch, but I didn't think of it until you picked yours, Benny. Um, it kind of annoyed me that every time um Algiers asked whatever his name is, Christian Bale, what knot he tied for his wife, and he's like, I don't know. I can buy that the first time, but you're gonna tell me that you're not gonna ask your twin brother what knot he tied and then
Yeah,
figure it out? Like
yeah,
I mean maybe the I don't know is like I don't want to commit to anything that I actually was the one who killed her, sort of, even though she said she could get out of it. Um that yeah, that just annoyed me on this viewing because like first time around I was just like, oh, he didn't know because might have been the other brother that he was asking and they just never talked about it. But that's stupid. Like you don't have the internet, you don't have porn or stock trading or like anything to do. You tell me that you're not gonna talk to your brother about what happened that day when someone died? Come
especially
on.
when it's like you two are so entangled, like
Right.
that basically one of you doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So like it's not like one, like that's your whole life is this identity of being magicians.
Yeah.
Like you would have to talk about it at some point.
You'd have to talk about every single little detail because then people would catch on.
True.
If
That
people were
too.
like, "Hey, yo, yesterday when I told you about that thing, we're gonna do it." If every time people say vague things to you and you're just like, "What?" They're gonna think you have like a brain injury or something or
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, my memory is shit, but I would remember that.
Yeah. Good point.
I don't know. All right. If no other Ani mentions, let's do favorite scenes.
Um, my favorite scene is the reveal of, I mean, come on, we love a reveal here, but the reveal that there's two Christian Bales. I mean, if one Christian Bale is great, I mean, imagine having two in your life.
Oh, please.
Unbelievable.
That'll be a
But
pleasure.
no, Yeah, but no, but them like all those flashbacks of all the different things. Again, sucker for a good montage, not any montage, but it has to be good. So you see when he leaves Sarah for the first time and he's in the apartment and you're like, oh, how the hell did he do that? Um, but now that's why they go to him cutting the fingers, just all those things. And even like the throwaway lines that you're getting of she's dressing the wound for him again. And she's like, oh, it looked like it just happened yesterday still. But yeah, so that reveal of, how he did the trick and what was going on the whole time. And even thinking back to the old Chinese guy that they saw where he's so quick to pick up on, no, he's just living the gimmick. So no matter what, like you'll never catch him. And that's what he was doing the whole time. So just fantastic.
Good choice. Robbie?
Yeah, I mean, that was, would have been mine as well, of course, but what can you do? Um, I'm gonna have to go with the hat reveal, and the cat reveal, the cat and the hat reveal. Um, I thought it was cool. It took me by surprise. I figured something was gonna happen. Then I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, this little teleportation type, double cloning thing actually worked. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. And I still, like an idiot, had no idea like that, could have been a double, Hugh Jackman's double in that water tank. But no, I enjoyed that. And there were some cool lines delivered by a handsome Tesla, not raggedy Tesla, that I really thought was cool. I don't have it written down or anything like that, but it was just some really nice dialogue between them. And like I said, we said we're suckers for a good reveal. And if I couldn't take the twin reveal and the Hugh Jackman body double reveal, then I'll take this multiple cloning hat reveal.
Good choice. Did you guys um like I think the Christian Bale twin twist was a little easier to see coming. And I think the Hugh Jackman thing, like you like knew something was up, but did you think it was gonna be 30 dead bodies in encased in tanks? Like did you kind of see that coming?
Kind of, but not really. I figured like once I saw that he was making clones of himself. And I'm like, well, what the hell is he doing every night with all these clones? And then I was like, oh, you know what? He's probably drowning them, like, and that's why, he that's why we start the movie there. And that it kind of clicked because like, what are you going to do? He specifically says he's doing 100 shows. Like, is he killing? Like, that's what I thought maybe the blind guys were there for. Is like, oh, is he killing them every night? He doesn't want them to see. But then I was like, oh, you know what? He's probably just dropping them into the water. Because I was like, how is Christian Bale moving that huge water tank in like a second? So yeah, I kind of got it, but that opened the whole door of who's in the tank.
Right.
Like he's really just like the clone is living on because when he comes out of that was more of the twist for me
Yeah.
is when he comes out of the machine the first time and it's him that he grabs a gun and kills the clone. I was like, oh shit, like that was the twist for me that kind of messed with my head. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there was sorry to ramble here, but like there was a lot of things that like I kind of saw coming in this movie, but the way they came about was the actual twist for me.
Yeah, agree. Robbie, did you like see that coming at all?
What, the Hugh Jackman? No, not. I figured there was going to be a twist with, like, I was just wondering how he wasn't in the tank when he was clearly drowning in the tank and dead. But I didn't know. And then, like, I think once the hat reveal happened, then I kind of put two and two together, like, all right, he's cloning himself. But I didn't, like I said, I think what Benny said, like, that was more of the reveal when he comes out of the, little thingamajig and shoots the clone. I'm like, oh my God, all right. But yeah, because it's also like, well, how the hell did he do that? And now he's, up in the balcony with, Wilkes Booth and Lincoln. Like that's what kind of got me too as well.
Yeah. And yeah. And then I think I don't know if we need to discuss it at length, but the whole thing that jams me up, not jams me up, but like makes me really think is like, so we're saying the words clone and like original, like from what the way I interpret it is that by Tesla saying they're all identical, and the clone is exactly the same. It has all the same memories.
Yep.
It's the same person effectively. So basically, it's not a clone. It's the same person existing in two planes of existence. So
But that's
he's
the thing,
killing
like,
himself every night, but also surviving every night.
yeah, and it's like, okay, so you've one-to-one replicated your human form, but like, I guess it's such a deeper conversation because like you get into like the your spirit and your
Right.
consciousness, like, because like does that person, he obviously knows everything that the original knows. So for the sake of this story, it's exactly the same in the consciousness transfers and everything. But like if you were to do that in real life, like yes, you're an exact copy, but that's where you really get into that conversation of like what is the mind and what is consciousness?
Right.
Because yes, it could be a complete copy, but does it know everything that you know? Does it have all the emotions and the memories that you have?
Wow.
And I think we're so caught up in the Game of Thrones, like every time I die, I lose a little bit of me. Where it's
Yeah.
like he's just cranking out the clones every night,
Just
like doesn't
boom, boom,
matter.
boom. Crazy. Um, yeah, I mean, my favorite scene is are those. So it's kind of tough to pick something else because they are so good in this movie. But um, I think I will pick then. Um, I don't know, like the beginning when they're like first getting in the game, with Ricky Jay, who I love. But um, I don't know. It was like fun. They're both not, broken by the cycle of revenge yet. They just want to, get in the game of magic and enjoy themselves. And there's a little rivalry there, but that's okay. So I'll go with that because I mean the both reveals are really just the best parts of this movie.
Yeah.
Um,
It like I said, I mean, there could be a twist for shock value, and that's not what these were. Like they were super thought out and like made sense, and they were,
yeah,
even when it could be expected in a way, like there was still another layer to it that still made you like think.
yeah. And it wasn't like a twist like where it's like, oh, it was actually, like something that was like completely like turned it on its head. It was a twist, but it made sense with everything that came previously. And
And
that's
I
what
mean,
I
not
like
to
about it.
and not to derail the conversation here, but it also had a lot to do with it's like that that Nolan trope of him constantly going back and forth in time and like now it's this but it all made sense and it all explained everything and it was done in such a way where you're not like whiplashing like oh what timeline is this and
Yeah,
when this happened before or after like it was just so well done
it made
the way
sense.
that he handled the timelines in this movie like you got just enough information to move the story along and to make sense of what you just saw and to set up the next thing. So is again, I mean this is why we love Nolan is just the thought and the care that goes into these stories.
Yeah, it was the editing includes 146 time jump cuts. So
But
this averages to almost one timeline jump per minute.
which is crazy because we got this
Crazy.
far in talking about this movie without even mentioning that they were doing that. Like that's how seamless it was and how much it made sense throughout the entire movie.
Yep. Wild. Any Ani mentions for favorite scenes?
I'll give me the first transported man with that what's his name did Christian Bale It's just cool. Just seeing that would have blown people's friggin' plums to the ceiling and into the next stratosphere.
Yeah.
Uh, it was cool. I mean, even though it's a movie, like it was still like wow. Imagine they put me in that headspace of like, imagine seeing that in front of you. And they did such a good job of like talking about it first and saying how I don't and Hugh Jackman does such a good job of like making you no, it's not a double. I know it's not a double. I know it's not a double, where you kind of put it out of your head where you're thinking like, well, how does he do it then if it's not a double? So you're kind of you suspend the disbelief in a different type of way where you're trying to figure out how he would do it, while you're watching it.
It is a double.
It's a double.
I feel like I want to go to more shows. Like,
Magic.
yeah, magic
Magic
shows.
shows?
How fun would that be?
They
Like good
seem
ones.
fun.
Sidebar. You guys know Impractical Jokers, right?
Yeah.
True TV. Do you ever see that show, The Carbonara Effect, that used to like show like be before or after it? It was basically another Impractical Jokers type show where this guy he would just do magic type stuff and like catch people on hidden camera or whatever. But I mean, this doesn't make, it doesn't, if you haven't seen the show, this story's kind of pointless now, but I actually saw him before he had that TV show, did a magic show, and I was at it.
I'm
I
still
used to have a
impressed.
signed, I used to have a signed headshot of him. I wish I knew where it was somewhere.
Wow. Did you ask him for
Love
the
it.
signed headshot or did he just give it to you?
I think he was like giving him out after the show, and I was like 7 or 8. So I was like, whoa, magic, this guy's the man.
Unbelievable. I had a magician at my 5th birthday party, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did he make? So I'm not gonna go there. I'm not go.
No, go ahead. Go there.
Yeah.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
No.
I mean, a true magician has to reveal his trick.
Yeah, well, tune in next week. Tune in for my After Hours podcast. I'll tell you what the joke I was gonna say.
What happens next? Uh,
I can go with the Hugh Jackman's transporting man scene. The lead up to that, and then how it was done, and then how Christian Bale came in there and ruined the surprise. And I thought that was funny as well too. And like he just pops up and the hat's dropped, and he's like, and the audience loves it. They're laughing, and he tells them to come to his show. I thought that was cool. I just love the
Yeah,
montages of, you know, preparing the trick, getting behind the scenes, look at it, then executing the trick. I thought that was cool. Those montages, that was fun.
yeah,
That's just Nolan. That's Nolan, baby. That's Nolan.
love
My
a
guy,
good
Nolan.
like anytime a trick gets explained, love that.
yeah. For me too, it's in the same vein as what you're talking about, Robbie. But all the revenge moments of
Oh,
them like going and screwing up each other's. Uh, in Christian Bale's case, less harmful. Like it's just kind of really like to screw him over. But Algier is out to like literally kill him every single time. Yeah, so it's cool to watch all those revenge scenes because it just built that rivalry and like I said, it just kept raising the stakes of the movie as it went on. It went from this like okay, it's a movie about magic to like, oh, these dudes like hate each other. In one sense, literally hates him, in the other sense, the other guy hates him professionally. And it's just that back and forth between the two of the guys that keeps just raising the stakes of the movie to the fact that till one's getting hanged and the other's like taking his child away from him, like the ultimate, like
yeah,
you took something I love, I'm taking your friggin' child.
yeah. They hate each other more than they love their own wives or
Yeah,
concubines or whatever.
yeah.
Any other Ani mentions for favorite scenes? Good
No, I don't
call,
think so.
Robbie, with yours. I love especially with when he's doing the harness, the thing with the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, I just love that shit. All right. Um, what's next? Tahiti?
Oh, where you going tonight, Frank Tahiti?
Danny, introduce us.
Well, this segment we like to call "Where you going tonight, Frank?" Tahiti. It's based on a completely random line in Catch Me If You Can by Christopher Walken. Shout out Severance coming out this week.
Oh,
Um, yeah, this is where we call something out. Maybe it's like a pop culture reference or just something that's like super way out there in this movie that just doesn't seem like it fits in with the rest. Um, yeah, I'll go first and say that I don't have one for this movie. Everything like fit in so well. I don't want to reach here and just make up one just to say it, but it's a timepiece and everything fit right in. There's no cultural references that I would have called out, and it's a Nolan movie, so I would expect everything to be super tight and nothing like that. So after all that explanation, to say I have nothing, hate to do it, but I really didn't have a Where You Going Tonight, Frank Tahiti.
dumb.
2025 off to a hot start.
Well, I have one. My way going tonight, Frank Tahiti, is two magicians who know that you need people in the audience to be, the hook, line, and sinker and in on the trick. Is that how did these two magicians just randomly keep on picking each other to come up there and just ruin their tricks? I mean,
Good
that's something
point.
that I gotta piss me off. 'Cause I'm like, come on, man. Like you,
Good point.
especially with the catch the bullet trick. I'm like, you're just gonna come on. You have to have somebody there who's gonna be not even in on it, but at least that you trust. There's Hugh Jackman coming in there putting the ball in. Hugh Jackman's doing a trick. He picks Christian Bale. I mean, come on. That's the thing I hated the most. I was like, you got to be shitting me. I get the movie, but it's like you want me to believe in this magic shit, and then you're over there, having just them pick each other each time they're doing a trick. Come on, that's my Tahiti. I'm sticking to it.
And that's an obvious pick. And you know what? I flunked it, America. I did. I flunked it. I didn't pick it. It was right there for me, and I just let it slide. So thank you, Robbie.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, America's seen you for a couple of years now on this thing. I think they know you by now.
They do. They know I stink.
Um,
Well, I'm sorry. Your mind, maybe your mind's not here. Your mind's somewhere else. He's getting ready for January 20th.
That's true. That's true. I got big things coming up this week.
um, it's not, yeah, because I have one, but I also want to connect it with Robbie, what you said. Are you telling me that in 1890s London, they have disguises and costumes that are that well made and good that someone could live as a different person for that long? You know, that Hugh Jackman could hide in this little crowd with a beard, like you're not gonna know it's him. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't believe they even solved crimes back then.
yeah. Oh, no way. There's no way. Most crimes were solved by just saying that guy did it and him being arrested or killed.
Yeah.
My where you going, Frank, tonight? Tahiti is the fact that
Flip it or reverse it.
right. Wait, what?
Well, you said it
Did I
wrong.
say it wrong?
Where you going, Frank? Tonight, Tahiti?
Shut up. Uh, mine is um the fact that Hugh Jackman's character just kept uh 50 dead bodies just in a thing. Like, why not dispose of them? Also, how much money are you spending on tanks? You have all these tanks filled with water. Thirdly, there's no way that that old dilapidated building is gonna not collapse under the weight of all that water in those tanks.
That's true. How do you get him down there?
Yeah. The blind guys, they're not gonna drop and spill a dead body on the street. Come on.
Yeah, how much money
Oh,
did he have?
Yeah. How
What did he
much
do?
money did he really make from magic?
so I saw this somewhere that he actually was like
Like
he
a
came from a
like
wealthy
money.
family. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I missed that part or something. I wasn't paying attention, but like Algier wasn't his real name. Like he changed it because like he didn't want to embarrass his family by becoming a magician. So maybe he was rich. I don't know, but still,
Stuff.
find a better theater than to store all your dead bodies. I mean, why are you going into
But even
exactly.
why burn them all or something?
Yeah, no one's gonna question thick plumes of smoke in 1800s. Like what the?
Oh,
They were like, eh.
Yeah, they're just in the thick of the Industrial Revolution. Please, they're
yeah.
just going crazy.
Oh, someone just burning coal.
Yeah,
Fine.
it's not Algiers' 47th dead body of the year.
There he is. Algiers at it again.
There he is, burning bodies.
Um, all right. So let's play our second game and most popular, Working Overtime with Matt Damon. So this game, we cast Matt Damon in a role we've invented or one that exists already for whatever our reasoning. Why do we cast Matt Damon? Who knows? We just
Why
love
not?
him. Why not? He's handsome. Seems like a decent guy, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he's an asshole. Who knows?
Allege. Allege.
Allege. Um, Benny, would you like to start or would you like me to start?
Sure, because I have something teed up, and I've been thinking about this for days. Give me, give me a middle-aged, successful, Elon Musk type
Mm,
as Thomas Edison in a
okay.
spin-off movie called The Prestige Tesla Edition. And it's about the rivalry between Tesla and Edison. We get more Bowie. Maybe he can really go method for that one, and he goes thin, and he got the scraggly hair instead of this handsome Tesla we had before. And we get a whole movie, a Nolan directed movie of Edison versus Tesla, and all the debauchery that went on between those two psychos.
Nice.
Killing elephants and stuff like that. The whole nine.
Hold
Hmm.
on. Wasn't there
Sabotaging.
an Edison Tesla movie?
Was there?
I think.
I thought there was something like I don't know if it was a TV show about the World's Fair or something like that
Maybe.
on like TBS or like Dakota Fanning. Shout out. But that'd be cool. That'd be a fun movie. Something original, not like, Thanos Part 12. Not Superman Part 15, something that, original. But who knows?
Robert Downey Jr. is back as a different character. It's totally different, guys.
Different timeline.
Unbelievable.
It was called The Current War, like
Ooh,
AC/DC. How about
AC
that?
Daisy.
It received a 6.5 on IMDb, and we have Benedict Cumberbatch as Edison. I don't know about that.
Nah, give me American made.
Yeah, and
Sorry, American
who's
made.
Tesla?
Who's Tesla? Ving Rhames.
Oh, Nicholas Hoult. Eh,
All right,
really?
I'm in on him. I'm in on him.
We got the Westinghouses too. Wow. Chester A.
Ooh,
Arthur's
George.
in it. Jeez.
Really? What about James Garfield?
Um, let's see. No,
That's just like a fun thing.
I
Grover
actually,
Cleveland stuck in the tub.
yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh no, never mind. I thought it was this other director. Um, I remember this coming out and being like, "Oh, that might be cool," but I guess it's not so good.
I guess it's not cool at all.
Damn it.
Hopefully, Ving Rhames did a good job playing Tesla. I'm sure he did. Pretty fucking far from okay, Edison.
Nah, man. Step aside, Butch. Love it.
Get some
Um,
boys out here with some blow torches. Edison.
Gonna go medieval on your ass.
TE.
Let's just watch Pulp Fiction next
D&E.
week.
All right, I'm in.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
that's great.
my working overtime is give me a young,
Mm.
handsome, ripped to shreds, just because I
Young.
want to see that. Matt Damon's
Ooh.
as triplets who
Ooh.
do
Oh my
the
God.
transporting men and come in and just blow these fucks away by walking in the door and then two of them walk out and really just
Oh
blow
my
everyone's
God.
plums out into the moon to the moon.
Oh my God.
Give me triple
Triple D.
Ooh.
Matt
Ooh.
Damon.
Triple D, as
Matt's
someone said.
Oh my
Damon's
God.
triple D's. Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Damon.
Oh God. What's up, everybody? We're rolling out. Looking for America's favorite, Damon.
Damon.
Well, this is fantastic. I can't compete. I can't compete. Let me see if I can try something.
You always
Give me,
can.
give me a young, handsome, new on the scene, thin, skinny, fresh looking. Give me Matt Damon as Harry Houdini. So Matt Damon, you got Harry Houdini comes on the screen, new movie directed by Nolan again, called Prestige. Prestige 3. After Prestige 2 with Tesla and those guys. But give me Matt Damon as Harry Houdini. He comes on the scene. He's pissed off that Algiers is stealing his water tank trick. And just just a lot of vengeance ensues. And you got Houdini, Algier, and Christian Bale and his twin brother Barry Bale. And you just going in there and it's just getting crazy. And it's just a lot of magic tricks, a lot of death, a lot of essing, a lot of effing. Stand-up 69 tricks, invisible stand-up 69 tricks, stand-up 69 getting cut in half, sewn in half. I mean, forget about it. What a trick. So yeah, give me Matt Damon as Harry Houdini, who comes on the scene and just pissed off that everybody's stealing his tricks when he's the originator. He's the OG. He's a true magician. He's a true showman. That'd be nice. More vengeful, more magicians. I mean, say less, please. More tricks, more treats.
I love it. As always.
Good, all good ones this week. Love it.
And then, well, yeah, also give me Samuel L. Jackson as Grover Cleveland.
Oh, of course.
Getting stuck in a tub, and then Houdini has to come and save him. Sick and tired of these motherfucking tubs in his motherfucking bathroom.
Well, allow me to retort. Anything else to say about Prestige?
Fantastic. I liked it. I'm surprised I liked it more than kind of the both of you, but yeah, I would watch it again.
Back to your old ways, 2024. Back to your old ways in 25.
24 is in the rear view. We're only looking ahead.
That's right. No looking back.
Well, thank you for sticking around, watching us screw around, effing, stand up 69, and not literally. We appreciate all the support. Again, let us know. Send us an email. What did we miss? What did we get right? Give us some suggestions. Whatever. Follow us on Instagram, get involved in the vote, and follow us here. However you do that, I don't know the button. We love you. Robbie, tell him good night.
Down in my plums.
Good night, David Bowie. A true
When I
Nikola
hear a
Tesla.
sound, I rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Abracadabra.
My wife said, no, Gabriel, leave.
That
I
was
said, "No,
good, but also
let the
cheesy.
boy watch.
It's very.
Yeah.
Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father. The way he